I'm playing more Cathay today. Because yesterday, we went 7-0. Which is kind of unheard of for the faction. But apparently, they're pretty good. Up against Ponty to start. Let's go. Very nice. Putrefying Carcass, Dust Bowl, Imperial Ambush. I'll ban it's Dark Elves. Ban Ambush. Alright. Let's do it. Oops, all claw speakers. I'm definitely going to be running more of them. They're kind of insane single entities. Like, if dwarves are willing to run Slayer heroes for 900 because they give awesome capture weight and are hard to kill, these claw speakers are like just insane. If you just compare them with dwarven slayers for even like even a second. Let me see this. Where is it at? The dwarves. So like Commissar really likes these guys. Okay, 700, my bad. Like Commissar really likes these guys. So imagine if you could take Dragon Slayers, but they're also spellcasters. The speed is actually quite similar. But yeah, it's just insane. Let's take a look at the stat difference. Basically same HP. This guy has armor piercing, anti-large, and better stats, but I guess that's impactful. Regardless, I think these guys are insane. Like a Rune Lord, like a fast Rune Lord, like a Slayer Rune Lord. It's crazy. I think they also benefit from spell mastery shenanigans. So if I take like a Blood Dragon Lord and 2 of these Jade Lions, I'm pretty sure these guys will cook. I could even take Arcane Conduit, just a million spells being chucked out, all very consistent value. It's pretty exciting. Sheep of the Night, hello. Did not expect to see me playing Cathay again. I thought you would play until it looks OP. I feel like it wasn't like a proper test. 7-0 is good, but like I think it can go further. I want to get like Cathay to the point where it's unstoppable, like maybe even tournament ready. He wants to play on Dust Bowl. The big old flat map of boringness. So we could see some Scourge runners. The mythical 8-0. Just keep going forever. We'll never lose. Okay, if I am dealing with Scourge runners though, do I want something like a Flock of Doom? The thing is, the Shadows caster just has the better ability. Infinite magic and whatnot. Though, what, Amber Spear is 6 winds of magic? It's pretty funny. I could try it just for the lulz, and then take, like, Wild Heart. Red Panda emotes, yeah, I guess so. Sheep of the Night got them emotes. Last time we kited Ponty with the Moonbird shenanigans. That was pretty fun. And I had a sick cannon just blasting them into oblivion. But the game was like too close. If Cathay is to truly be OP, they need to be like Slanesh levels. Like my opponent doesn't even come close to winning the game. It's a high bar, I know. But if possible, would truly be insane for the faction. Ponty's already ready. Has Ponty been cooking? Have they been preparing? I guess after losing after losing a fight against a faction, it is very tempting to go for yet another and start crafting up some crazy builds. I could take this. This is gonna be a wild build, guys. This one's gonna be wild. Last time a cannon and a crane gunner was a little risque because I could not defend the crane gunner effectively. I think this will be good though. Let's see what Ponty's got. I need Cathay to be so strong that people, after being traumatized yesterday, come back and they still lose. That's the true test. You had a chance to play some other tourneys on the weekend, and to be honest, the fact that in your tourney there's no downtime between matches is actually super cool. Oh, thank you. That was one of the big things I was trying to tackle. I know for some people, especially me when I'm not streaming my tournaments, they don't give you time to like do chores between matches. That's what I would always do. Play my matches super fast and like fold some laundry. It's kind of like when CA made the turn timers shorter. But you know, pros and cons. I'm happy that both exist, and I'm happy that you enjoy that. Also, Noble Naldor, 50 stream streak. Dang. Congratulations. Tiger casters have good voice acting. What you're saying? The game didn't already have amazing voice acting? Like the likes of Kaizek? Just every time you click them at like a weirdly high volume for no reason whatsoever. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna position oh, are we still going? Ponte hold. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. I got the double line, so take a look. Intensity is not built up yet, but it will be as soon as the battle starts. Pretty good luck, have fun. We got 12 units. I got a buffer of some cavalry. These guys are cool because they have Jade Lion breath. It's so loud. You know, when the voice acting is that good, you gotta blast some eardrums, right? It's the only way to have people truly appreciate the work that was put in. By the way, I am mixing in more normal Tiger Warriors. They're technically not Berserkers, but a unit that is close to Berserkers is still very good. The Mad Lad, the War Hydra. Alright, so this guy's cool because he has Wild Heart. So I just need to magic dump my opponent. That's the goal. Big damage on them infantry. Ponty does like this style. But yeah, sometimes you just need something that's close enough to a Berserker. You know, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Does this thing have a long cast time? How does this even work? Decently long cast time and not a lot of range. So you have to cast it basically right on top of the unit. That's okay though. So you can see I have 30% intensity, but these guys have 45 because they're benefiting from these guys. So they're actually kind of better in a sense. Is this cannon gonna shoot or what? Come on, man, get the line of sight. It's just some infantry, bro. Alright, let's continue the kite. I'm going to start amber spearing his lord. So this way you have anti-cav, anti-infantry, anti-lord. It should be super painful almost no matter what. Another one. I have infinite magic. Oh, I didn't even use this guy's ability yet. I have ludicrous magic. The amber spear does hurt. Let's get another one of those breath attacks. Gotta use them all. Okay, I'll have another amber spear soon. And as long as I hold one of these points, we're pretty well set. That should be pretty brutal. Another one. Very nice. And then let's just get one of these. Goodbye, spears, man. Goodbye, spears. They served well. Hydra is coming on in now. Does it even beat these guys, though? Okay, we're gonna see a Manticore summoned. Interesting. Am I worried in the slightest? The answer is no. Oh yeah, yo, those amber spears are cooking. Very nice. Oh, we got a ranged volley on me though. That's pretty painful. He's forced to de-summon the unit. Very nice. Let's just keep away from the Manticore. Maybe bog it down with some flyers. If he knows how to dodge with it though, he'll actually be able to kind of phase through my birds if he does it right. But unfortunately, he does get caught. I gotta keep using my magic. I actually have so much magic here. I need to pretty aggressively use it. Oh, Manticore's just gonna straight up die. That's hilarious. There you go. Let's get another one of those. Malkots is already used, unfortunately, so not much I can do there. But his lord is low. I'm just gonna keep bullying her, man. This is the absolute spell bullying strat. Your Amber Spear is kind of funny. Gotta maintain all the cooldowns though. Here it comes. The next Manticore has arrived. And my opponent draws ever closer to us. Can I also kill this Manticore though? Can I get a Malkos on these guys? If I can get some flank hits too, that'd be great. Gonna see if we can bully this thing. He's breath attacking my artillery piece. Hits my infantry, sadly. Very brutal indeed. This is not a terrible situation. Oh jeez, these lines kind of suck compared to the other one. They're a little expensive, unfortunately. And this is still going okay. Cannon should be able to just fire in there. Let's melt those units over there and see what we can get done. It's a little awkward of a fight. I need to get a big old collapse here, and then I gotta get these birds in. The birds are important. Is that gonna be a sick spell cast or? Okay, pretty solid Amber Spear, I'd say. We got pretty big routes all around. Cannon is indeed still alive. Glorious. And we're getting some big routes. Now, I just have so much magic, I gotta just start chucking it. Unfortunately, I misclicked. Like a scrub lord. We done misclicked. I think I gotta get these guys in. Now that I've kind of cleared most of the infantry, I should be mostly in the clear. I'm hoping I can kill this thing with the claw speakers. Yeah, I gotta really stop misclicking my stuff. Okay, there we go. Another one. Alright, that's like all my magic though. We're basically out. He's gonna clear some of the cav though, which is good. I guess this guy can give a little bit more magic. Dude, if I had cleared these guys, we would have been set. Unfortunately, I did not. Still though, with the double claw speaker coming on in, we are indeed gonna rout off the Hydra. We are indeed going to melt off the rest of those units of infantry there. And then I'm gonna get a nice old charge. And I gotta start securing me some points. Unfortunately, my artillery just cannot get line of sight for the life of it. It's weird because this map is usually amazing for line of sight, but I guess not today. Gonna need to save up for an overcast breath attack on these guys, on these witch elves, because I think that's the last unit of infantry that I'm really worried about. Beautiful. That's like half of their HP gone immediately. Very nice. I shouldn't have tried sniping his lord. That ended up being very cost inefficient. Okay, I'm going to need more magic. This doesn't feel as good as last time. Although last time it was very close, so I don't know. But alright, we got this thing picked off. Am I just never gonna have that cannon shoot? I swear my cannon is just refusing to fire ever. Okay, I need some more magic. A little bit of a sketchy match, actually. The double Hydra build proving itself to be rather annoying once again. It is actually a fairly good build. This thing actually just has stopped shooting. I don't know what's wrong with my cannon, bro. Okay, he summons in a master. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Cannon shot. Hit shot. Big explosion on the witch elves too. Beautiful. Okay. And my lord plus the lion against the master is going okay-ish. She's gonna have to be careful though because these guys are shooting point blank. I think we're gonna have to dip. If I can actually defend this point, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna need to push these guys back. Thankfully, I'll be able to defend this. But securing the other points, I don't know. We'll have a little bit more magic at least. And I will be able to defend it. That's okay, I guess. Okay, I do have more spells too. But can I actually come back? I swear, I just do not hear this cannon shooting. What's it doing even? There we go. I think it has a long reload time. It's causing some issues. He's amber spearing my lord? What is this? Yo, I shouldn't have tried amber spearing his lord. I thought I'd be swimming in magic. Alright, she's gonna have to run towards her units. She's gonna have to evac, but that's going to catch out the master, thankfully. I should be able to start running down these dark riders. Very nice. Okay. This lady kind of has to live for this to work. We're in one of these situations again. One of these mad dashes. I think if she lands a hit there, that guy's screwed. Okay, that's pretty solid. The problem is I still have 2 Hydras to deal with. And then actually securing this point is going to be rather difficult. It's not impossible. Especially if I catch these guys out. I think it's absolutely not impossible. But it will be difficult for sure. Let's see what the Claw Speakers can do versus the Hydras. We've caught the cavalry. The master is gone. But securing these points will be very difficult. I actually need to emergency summon some units here. And I'm gonna need to fall in. She's maybe gonna rout. And if I can kill off that lord with a big cav surround, maybe we have a chance. I need to secure this point quickly though. Unfortunately, she routs. This cannon just is not shooting anyone, man. I still haven't heard it shoot in 50 years. It's been on the battlefield for ages. We'll see what we can do though. Oh, those are just peasant horsemen. I think he's probably gonna win by up trading. Dang it. Brutal match. Oof. Okay, now the Claw Speakers is still living. Like, I'll be able to, you know, possibly hold this point with the Claw Speakers. And like this one, I should be able to secure pretty quickly. Like, if my opponent misplays hard enough, you never know. I guess anything is possible. But difficult it most certainly will be. I did rout off the Hydra, which is important. It is now shattered. Very nice. But can I get the last point? I'm going to need some peasant horsemen at the ready. I should be able to bully these Dread Spears at least and get the Claw Speakers on there. So they're gonna have to avoid the Hydra, which is the worst part. Seems like he's kind of just going for this middle point though. In which case I will actually be able to secure this one in time. 50 seconds is enough time. Barely. So I'm in no big rush. Cannonballs are hype. I should barely be able to hold on to this point. Okay, the next one is this though. Can I hold this shenaniganry? So with the birds coming in, I probably can. Okay, there we go. So we got this one held. Ponty's probably thinking not again, but this time he has a much bigger advantage over me. He's gonna route off the Claw Speakers. I get the point, but if I can't hold this one, we're basically doomed. Though, how much is Ponty gonna misplay? We'll see. We'll see. Cannon is now finally shooting. I should have been retargeting on it on infantry this whole time. Alright, that's gonna deal with the Witch Elves, thankfully. That's pretty hype. This guy came back. And now Ponty is stuck trying to steal this point. I think they will though. And then that will be game. Yeah, the Spell Kite was cool, but not enough. Hydra builds are actually quite resistant to Kite. GG, well played. See, this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. It's not devastating enough. The matches are too close. Fun one though. Oh man, what a crazy match. Let's see here. The spell amping was cool. I do like the spell amping. I do think I need a big fighty single entity if I want to be able to clear stuff like Hydras. These guys alone don't clear single entities. Here we go. Ponty's Revenge. I got some crazy magic damage off though. I think there's definitely some potential. I did whiff a Dragon Breath attack too. That one Dragon's Breath could have done it. And if I spam more late game infantry, I would have been fine. 8-0 dream is over. War jump with some infantry. Well, like that's just the more standard Cathay playstyle. Which is like fine, but it feels really slow with these guys. And Tiger Warriors, maybe though. I'm up against Norska, hell yeah. It's Celestial Lake. Is that this one? Yeah. Ban Celestial. Alright, let's do it. I gotta come back. I gotta win my next 3 games if we want to make top 4. Drum chariot maxing. Back to the chariot day. Alright. I'm gonna guess they want to play on Dust Bowl. Although as Norska, that's pretty risky. The Amber Spearcaster was cool, but not as cool as the healer, by the way. The healer is just much better. Even spamming Awakening of the Wood can have a lot of impact. But just having the healing in general with these guys is important. I honestly don't think I need that much spell lamp for it to be good. TBD. What lord do I want, though? What lord do I want? Hey, Spoopy-Doo. Love that name so much. I feel like I do really need a fighty lord. It was fun experimenting with the spell lamp, but I don't think it's strong enough. Dust Bowl. Alright, Norska on Dust Bowl. How does one deal with them? I think... let's see here. A lot of people like to go for something like this. Against them. Let's do some of this. 750 gold. What am I to do? Guess I'll take this spell. I'm thinking personally, just screw the spell amp. Screw the spell amp. I don't need it. Otto's profile pic is interesting. Yeah. It's just an eggplant, guys. It's just an eggplant. Nothing strange about it. I don't know what you guys talking about. Let's see here. What else do I want? Yeah, sure. Let's just try this. Okay. This is a fun. This is one of those fun builds. Norska sometimes has a harder time versus these styles. So I'm interested to see if we can make it work. Yeah, they're not a Slanesh main. It's weird. I feel like they should be. For some odd reason. Alright, here we go. Speedrunning time. It's a speedrunning time. What's an ice cream truck? You don't know what an ice cream truck is? Your country doesn't have ice cream trucks? Wild. Is that like an America's thing? Or like, do you have ice cream trucks in Europe? Alright, here we go. Vengeance for Cathay. They're definitely a faction that has a lot of weird pitfalls. You gotta be careful. Alright, so fun fact, this thing does have yin harmony, which means it gets a speed boost near my other units. So I can speed boost my long riders. And the idea is simple. We're playing basically Ponti's Betonia build versus Norska, but as Cathay. So instead of Pegasus Knights, I have discount Pegasus Knights. Instead of Knights Errant or Knights of the Realm, I have discount Knights Errant / Knights of the Realm. Instead of Alberic, I have discount Alberic. And instead of the healer, I have an expensive healer. It's great. It's everything you could possibly want. He's gone for a Sorcerer of Metal with the metal magic. Nothing too crazy. My Air Force is supreme. The balloon is lightning fast at 64 speed. It is actually almost the same speed as Greenskin Cavalry. It's just hilarious. It's a concept. It's the Barrowman Tide, which is pretty standard. And we have a Chaos Dragon and a thing. Now, metal magic ain't too bad. I should be able to beat that. The balloon needs to stay nearby for the harmony bonuses. There you go. That should be a pretty nasty full surround on this guy. And it goes for the single entities, which is kind of crazy. I'm surprised he didn't chuck the Searing Doom here, by the way. That could have been much better. But, dude, my air squad is not fooling around today. This is the, yeah. Yo, Chimera, usually such a terrifying unit, getting completely dumpster zoned here. Chimera again beat up into oblivion, and the Shaman Sorcerer is overextending a little bit too. I just gotta keep my Harmony Balloon at the ready. As long as we keep up the Harmony here, I'm happy. Interesting, we have no summons just yet from my opponent. There's the Chimera route though, that's gonna be rough. And he does finally chuck out the Searing Doom. Collapse my Long Marauders pretty bad. I'm gonna see if I can disengage with them, because that was pretty nasty. But as long as I keep spamming heals, I think I'll be okay. Nice, Chimera's dead. Huge. Very solid. And he's been saving up for a second Chimera. Okay. Alright there, buddy. That's actually decently nasty, but still not a huge problem for me. I still have ludicrous heals. His Lord is dying too. The balloon is just given insane buffs. Just gonna chuck another Searing Doom. Is it enough though? Can you win the air game? I think that dragon's just dead. Frost dragon pretty cool. But if I kill this lord, he's pretty done for. He does tear out the balloon though. Surprisingly enough. But can I kill that lord? I can definitely spirit leech the skin wolves. I'll want to do that. I mean, Malkoth's the skin wolves. If I kill this lord though, it should be over. Norska without their lord is gonna have a rough time. We know skin wolves do not like being charged like this, and that is harmony boosted. That's a bunch of harmony boosted stuff there. Lord died at the most inopportune of times. Very nice. And now I'm gonna get my other cav unit. All right, as long as I keep these guys alive, I'm good. He's gonna try and bully one of the claw speakers. He's gonna summon more mobility. I should worry about capturing points right now for sure. This guy lives. I can't believe it. He actually lives. Oh yeah, this one's over then. We basically Petonia'd him. This is exactly how Ponty likes to play it. Just the air squad that never dies. And then just whack a load of deeps on the charge. The balloon, it has successfully chased off the dragon. Very nice. And that should be game. Okay, fairly fast one. If he had some Marauder Horsemen, I feel like it could have been sketchier for me. Look at that glorious long charge. Even impacts the Marauders for 1,000,000 damage. We got the balloon back to give harmony, so they have stats up the wazoo. Very nice. I can run in to get a celestial sweep maybe, if I really need to. Get these long marauders in. Oh, that's gonna be a massive celestial sweep. He's breath attacking the balloon. He's gonna kill the balloon, but I honestly do not care very much. I want to route off this pocket with that huge cav hit. At least I hope it was huge enough. These guys are kind of holding. Come on, Bearman. There we go. There's the roar. That'll get him. Okay, all right. Took a hot second, but we got there. Balloon is on the run. But I think we're still good. That is a mass route and a half if I've ever seen one. I'm surprised. This is just like a no-range Norska build. He's still tussling. Without magic, though, it's going to be rough. I still have ludicrous amounts of heals. I'm just going to keep spamming the horsemen. But yeah, this fight is totally over. Even without most of my harmony bonuses. Long Marauders are actually insane. Norska really hates being charged by flying cavalry, I've noticed. Not something I expected. He's going to bring in his lord to try and salvage the situation, but the situation is gone. Everybody's dead. All the Norskins are running. And that's how you deal with the Bearman Tide. Making Cathay look pretty good. Making them look pretty decent. And that was against a double Chimera too. Now, there were some nerfs, some price nerfs to him. But, you know, even if he had like one fewer Bearman, the fact that we won the air game was the important part. Also, this balloon's hilarious. Base 70 leadership is so jokes. It just doesn't route. Or it routes, but it comes back. This balloon's been farming, man. 400 gold and harmony bonuses. Beautiful. Save the balloon. It lives. GG, well played. Okay, so we had one long game, one short game. We're averaging, what? 17 minutes a game right now. That's a decent pace. If I can squeeze in 2 more wins or even 3 more wins, we're golden. And I'm up against Pope Patty. We're up against the Pope. Here we go. So yeah, the Long Marauders were sick versus Norska. Double Claw Speakers just good. And the Chimeras just got bullied in the air game. The stats get pretty ludicrous once you're going hard on the Harmony. It makes them actually strong enough to kill Chimeras, even with the immune to flanking. It was the Celestial General and Moonbirds clearing chaff yesterday that did it. They're definitely up there in terms of best units on the roster. This is Betonia. Border Low Landing, Pit of Treasures, Decrepit Moor. Okay. He bans Moor. I was gonna ban it. Let's play on Border Low. Alrighty. Alrighty. Can I beat Betonia? So Pope Patty's Betonia is nasty. The thing is, I do have Ironclaw warriors. I think I will just take a bunch of those. The biggest thing, however, is having some tool to clear peasant archers. First and foremost, the most important thing. But after that, I think there's still a few things I gotta be wary of. Infantry seems bad here. Infantry's not terrible here, actually. I just need enough to beat the Petonian front line and to kill their... and enough to kill their archers. There's just a few teeny tiny problems, and that is Alberic's a menace. So Alberic's gonna be pretty nasty. He's gonna be a cycle charging my lords and using his absurd anti-large. This is kind of a hilarious build though. This is kind of a hilarious build. Doesn't this guy have a cool thingamajig? No. But yeah, Betonia, unfortunately for me, can absolutely dominate the air game. Unless I take a Magistrate on his balloon with the Mortis engine effect, then I'd be slightly better off, but still very sketchy. Didn't you diss Felix for 70 leadership yesterday? Okay, Felix has 70 leadership, but it doesn't feel like it. It might be because he has less HP than the Lantern, so he'll route off easier to equal amounts of damage. I assume there's gonna be a Blessed Trebuchet. The odds are extremely likely. I think Royal Betonian Air Force is extremely likely here. And that is okay. I just need to not die to the Trebuchets, bro. Just Lore of Heavens and you beat Betonia. Technically, they can also Lore of Heavens. But I could actually try the Mega Air Duel. The thing is, Alberic's anti-large bonus will win every single air fight. I'd be very surprised if Alberic somehow lost that air battle. Okay, this should be real interesting. It should be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And then what else do I want? Are normal Tiger Warriors good? 200 mass is actually quite decent. 70 leadership is okay. If I can just make sure they don't rout all the time, I'm happy. This is a matchup where Jade Warrior Halberds can be pretty fun too. So not really super worth shooting at with the Trebuchet. Okay, we got pretty cool stuff going on here, but I want a little bit more oomph. Just a smidge. This one could actually be pretty cool too. And then do I just get Tiger Warriors? I guess like Tiger Warriors are a little important here. The Tiger Warriors are a little important. I need them for, you know, just in case he has like a mass infantry build or something crazy like that. All right, let's try this. I'm actually not too confident here because I think Pope Patty knows this matchup better than me. But I do have some tricksy plays at hand. Yeah, Tiger Warriors are pretty cool for their speed. They're pretty solid, but like they're not the craziest up trading unit in the game. You know, if you bring anti-infantry units, they'll just down trade. But they fill the role of like they're a weak anti-infantry unit, so they get the job done. But against other units of the same type, like berserkers, it's not quite there. They do have the speed though, which is nice, but not always needed. I think Cathay would love some berserkers. All right, here's the build though. So this one's kind of crazy, but hear me out. If it's an infantry build, I got the breath attacks. Ready to good luck, have fun. It looks like it is an infantry build. We have the Terracotta Sentinel for the sick plays. And the idea is if he goes for a mass mobility play, this guy slaps. If he goes for an infantry style of play, I think this guy still slaps. What am I seeing? It's a classic anti-Bretonia tech. You just have the mega box. I can give this guy 190 armor if I wanted to with the Alchemist Elixir. And he'll just never die. He's also pretty good anti-Alberic tech. He's gone for Lewin though. Fine by me. Let's just scuttle over here. Now it is definitely an infantry build. So I could go for the Sky Lantern and protect it with the Iron Hail Gunners. Sky Lantern would provide some leadership buffs. Make sure my front line never outs. And I also have the War Drum. As you can see here, it's just a bunch of archers. Now these archers suck versus Dragon's Breath, especially since it's spell amped. That should get a lot of work done actually. We're just gonna post up here. And I think I will get the War Drum first and foremost. He brings in the Heaven's Damsel with the Chain Lightning. Makes a lot of sense. You have to be a little careful about that War Drum summon. Because he's gonna kill it with Lewin if I'm not careful. I kind of need Lewin to not get in here. Okay, he's kind of in an awkward position. I think I can get it in. And okay, he's getting blasted. Armor in general is pretty nice versus Bretonia. Lewin getting absolutely wrecked. You'll have to see it. My range units are actually acquiring targets pretty well. And is he gonna go for it? If he does, he's insane. He doesn't. Fates out a Cav summon. Good play. Okay, but now what? Now he's getting blasted. So if we turn this into kind of a long game, I'm not doing too bad. He hasn't even secured this point yet. This thing I'll go into the armor mode for now. Let's just okay. Chucks out the raw Chain Lightning. Crazy. I can't believe it. He just chucked out a Chain Lightning. It's gonna get him like maybe 300 value, which is actually not too bad. But yeah, that's pretty wild. I think I will get the Sky Lantern because it also gives a leadership buff. The idea is if I just farm a million leadership buffs, I should be good. And he's gonna spam yet more infantry. Fine by me, honestly. Now what's he gonna do with that Lord of his? We're gonna dodge some arrows here. Gonna get that sweet breath attack on those peasants. Get him out of here. Lewin should not be able to catch my Lord. Especially with these Iron Hail Gunners. Ooh, Lewin does not like that. Very nice. Okay, let's get that war drum in. Okay. And the slow chip damage has begun, so we're kind of just both dancing here. I think I got him to friendly fire a little bit with the Lewin. But yeah, I definitely need to push up here for more sick plays. And I definitely want more infantry. These guys are cool and all, but they're not gonna win it for me just yet. Woo! Beautiful, beautiful hit on those peasants. If I can just clear the peasants, I'm good. Lewin taking another big shotgun volley. Oh my goodness, he does not like that. Lewin getting wrecked. You'll have to see it. And now I just sit back, relax, and farm a little bit of value. Because right now we are chilling. Grail League's even getting blasted by the artillery piece. Pretty fun. How many archers does he have left? He wants to chuck out a spell or something? What's he doing here? What's this lady doing? What's she trying? She's trying to pull something. Now she's retreating. Interesting. Very strange play. He's pulled back his archers. Good for me. Because now I can keep up the pressure. I need this breath attack. Beautiful. 400 value grabs. Okay, now we've got to start spamming infantry. They shattered from that, by the way. They did not like that very much. Okay, now I just need my artillery piece to actually shoot its shots. And then I am sitting very comfortable. Lewin's gonna get stabbed by a million angry tigers. Should be good. The terracotta too, by the way, is actually pretty hype here because there's like nothing left. Just gonna chuck out a chain lightning. Those are speed amped iron hails though, so they might be able to mostly escape that. Terracotta's gonna have a fun day. Okay, he buffed up Lewin. Oh crap, the chain lightning chased them. Unfortunate loss of those ladies. But I think we're still doing pretty good. Terracotta going ham, maybe a little too ham even. You can see the mass reduction of his range units here is working out nicely for us. Now that was a pretty good spell cast, I must say. We're gonna check out some more magic. As long as the terracotta lives, I'm happy. Okay, is he gonna sack the Pegasus Knights? Or the cannon? Fine by me. There we go, we got harmony bonuses going now. Okay, we're gonna have some knights coming in. I was a little slow to the draw on defending against that. I think we're still, generally speaking, okay. If the crossbows can hold. I certainly have a lot of armor, and he only has one real archer unit here doing anything. As soon as I can capture this point, we're good too. Very nice, big route. Okay, nice. And now I just gotta get my caster in here. Lewin, I just gotta dance around. He's a little slow, a little lumbering. That'll be a good breath attack. Just gotta keep dodging. Dodging with that lord. As much as humanly possible. It's the annoying thing about foot characters. They are very hard to shut down. We did finally get that point. Hell yeah. Iron Hail Gunners are back too. Wondrous. And I think this is not too bad. At the end of the day, I just have a nasty old balloon just chilling here. As long as Lewin never catches me, I'm happy. And I can just, yeah, just keep dancing around forever, really. This lady's really gonna need, she really has her work cut out for her, but that is a lot of infantry blobbing here for me. War Drum is still alive. And Lewin is doing his best to path through the infantry. I just need to be as annoying as possible, though. And if I keep spamming halberds, I'll be relatively okay. Just gonna check out that magic over there to hopefully kill a couple knights. I do have a lot of halberds. It's a little awkward. Lord has to just keep running away from Lewin forever. She's doing a pretty good job at it, but oh, geez. Okay, Lewin overshot. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's a little sketchy sometimes. She's doing her best though. Got to peel away from that chain lightning. Terracotta still chilling. Lewin will really not let up though, and he's doing a pretty decent job at shutting that lady down. Oh, the jukes though, the jukes. Gonna chuck another spell. This is the most annoying lady in the history of Warhammer. Oh, she finally gets hit though. Brutal. All right, so I think he does kill her at the end of the day. Now I don't know how this plays out. Lewin keeps on healing too, which is problematic. I wonder if he'll have more chain lightnings. Terracotta is pretty okay in the armor department at least, but I am starting to slowly lose this point. We're gonna go hard on the peasant summon here, see what we can get done. Yeah, there goes my lord. This should be an okay Searing Doom though. And we'll see what these cannons can do back on there. No, he killed all the artillery pieces. Very unfortunate. Gonna see what I can get done with these peasants. He's gonna summon some knights. That's not too bad. As long as I can keep the leadership going here, I'm okay. Let's actually just increase the melee attack of these dudes. And just keep flooding the point with halberds, I think. If I keep that up, I should be at least in an okay position, and then maybe we resummon the Lord. Lewin, though, is really on me. He's sniping all my characters, bro. I can bring in the Terracotta to start working them. I'm hoping that Peasant Horseman tide is enough to stall him a little bit, maybe. Okay. Buff up those Tiger Warriors over there. We'll just run away with these lads, and then Lord will be back soon. And I will have the capture point, which is very important. She's back, okay. I'm distracting more expensive cavalry with cheaper cavalry. This Warhammer Rules 101. Pastor is still alive, good. Can I kill the Lewin though? It's a real question. He's a real menace, that guy. If I can just hold on to this point a little longer, we're actually in a relatively okay circumstance. Because right now, as it stands, it's not too bad. Like, yeah, it looks a little bad, but you know, Terracotta is still chilling. That's what really matters, right? Man, is he lumbering though. He's very slow. If I can get some shots in on this cavalry though, that'd be good. I've cleared off a decent amount of the infantry, and you gotta remember, this balloon does give a bunch of leadership buffs. Okay, alright. The only problem is that the archers are still just shooting a ton here, but that's not the end of the world. Like, Lewin's kind of getting wrecked by the halberds I got. And it seems like this point isn't getting taken anytime soon. Cannons have worked down those knights very well. Solid. Let's see if I can desummon them in time. The most annoying of plays. If I steal this point too, we're golden. Lewin is finally dying, thank goodness. Took him about 50 years. He will be able to heal up a bit, but I think we're still in the clear relatively. Okay. Can I take back the home point though? You gotta remember, he still has quite a bit here. I should be able to secure this at least, but that home point is not looking pretty at all. I think I'm barely gonna be able to defend this. I mean, capture this. Okay, that's good. And we're gonna run back here. We're just gonna run it back. We're gonna start spamming halberds over here, and it'll be glorious. I imagine it'll be pretty difficult to, yeah, shut that down. And with Terracotta still alive too, life's gonna be pretty nasty. I can start poking away at Lewin also, if he does want to try and make a play at the Terracotta. He actually misses the charge, which is very important for me. Very nice. And he routes. The man, the myth, the legend routes like a coward. Beautiful. All right, I think we actually have a pretty decent chance then. I'll just summon the cannons again, because there's so many Pegasus Knights, it's actually going to be relatively difficult to secure any territory. This is a okay situation if I can take this point back fast enough. I think that's what this entire game is going to depend on. But given I have a million halberds marching out over there, and we'll be able to start pushing this point soon too, I think we're good. As long as we can actually finish the job on good old Lewin here. But yeah, I have loads of pointy sticks. And if there's one thing Batonia doesn't like, it is that. Kind of a crazy game, actually. He's gonna go for the balloon. These peasants have to stay alive. This lord has to stay alive. Most definitely. But I will be able to secure this point. I think we did it. Oh my gosh. And he routes again. He routes again to the little peasant charge. The peasant horseman that could. Glorious. The double cap is back on. He can't even kill the balloon. Yo, the armor maxing was pretty funny, by the way. That war drum. I think he did kill the war drum at some point, but it was definitely a good tool there. GG, well played. GG's. Oh man, what a crazy match. Terracotta was pretty cool. Oh, redeem the hydrate, thank you. And Terracotta was hype. Cannon was pretty cool. Crossbows and iron hails were pretty cool. The breath attacks on the archers were super important, because you see the ones that lived, they got like 800 gold worth of value. Thankfully, I got the jukes for days against Lewin. Yo, those jukes were wild. I think we distracted Lewin for a good few minutes with that. Tiger warriors were awesome. And then it was just a halberd wall. Foot squires, how did they do? He had a lot of foot squires. They didn't do that well, actually. Maybe because of the work on this tiger warrior, I'm not sure. The balloon got 1668. What? That's the best balloon I've ever seen. How did it get so much value? What was it shooting at all game, bro? That's crazy. What? I don't even know how that's possible. Okay, apparently the balloon is clutch. Yo, Cathay is very fun. Oh, man. If those are the trees in Batonia, it makes sense why they never went for gunpowder. I feel like Cannonball should definitely have some tree penetration. Yeah, the rifle's doing work. What? Yeah, Popati held back with the squires pretty hard. Alright, next opponent, Parmenian. Yo, yo! Alright, let's do this. So far, Cathay feeling not bad. So they're playing Wood Elves. Bray Valley, Celestial Lake. Van Bray. The funny thing about wood elves is you can spot them with balloons. So not a problem. Cathay Royal Air Force. Yo, going for Longma Riders versus wood elves? That would actually be kind of sick. A Longma Rider cav charge. Basically just play it like Batonia. Like, what are the odds that they go Zotes versus Cathay, right? Who goes Zotes versus Grand Cathay? Are you insane? Ain't nobody gonna do that. Yeah, Cathay is pretty cool with all their spotting tools for sure. But yeah, a Royal Cathay Air Force sounds pretty hype, I'm not gonna lie. He wants to play on a Ragnarok Lair. Not bad, not bad. Magic wise, what do I want though? I think I have some actually insane plays coming up. This should be quite difficult for the Wood Elves to deal with, I think. We'll see. We'll see if they have something crazy to solve this, but in theory, this is very difficult. Crowmen are really nice versus Wild Riders, by the way. A solid option. And late game, I just want a couple of these guys just in case. Seems like a good build to me. I don't see many problems. I guess I'll take one of these guys in case he does take Zotes. Alright. I'm ready. Let's change the banner real quick. I feel like, you know, losing to Ponty's Dark Elves, though, like, you still have to be really careful when you play Cathay. You still got to be very careful. But Shiva also has spotting? Really? That's crazy. Balloons are insane with the Bashiva patch, yeah. I don't think they're an always take, but if the game's gonna go long, it seems like they just pull in a lot of value. Claw speakers, hard to snipe and good capture, yeah. Though I think Waystalkers can probably wear them down if you don't have a healer. Yeah, Ponty earned it for sure. But he's got to be ready for the switch ups. I've already thought of other things I could bring. Although honestly, double Moonbird versus Dark Elves just seems pretty strong in general. We should ban Cathay from everywhere. I'm okay banning Cathay if we're okay banning unbanning Slanesh. How does that sound? Oh man, I feel like man, the power difference is still crazy. Even the strongest Cathay games don't come close to my average Slanesh games. Slanesh is wild. Okay, if you're playing Bretonia, yeah, Bretonia's not bad versus Slanesh. What if the mask isn't banned though? Would you still want to play Bretonia? Do you have a build versus that mask craziness? The mask SE blob? Because that one's pretty brutal, but I wouldn't be surprised if you have something cooked. Here's the build, by the way. It's a fun one. So this is the rush build. We win or we lose very quickly. I have Bashiva with the teleport. If there's any amount of range units, it's just insta-gibbon. It's a quad way watcher build, but Shiva already sees them. It's over. It's over. It's over completely. It's totally done for. Boop. Bashiva on your face. What are you gonna do about this? I gotta make sure Bashiva doesn't get attacked here. He's gonna You go for a play or something? He's gonna go for a Bashiva snipe. Ouch. Okay, Bashiva gets hit pretty hard. We're still gonna get a nasty old charge here. I don't know if this is worth. Bashiva's cool and all, but... Huzzah! Victory is ours! Alright, that was fun. He didn't see. He should have pulled closer with his units. You don't just leave the Weight Watchers in the middle, man. Love it. Love it. Yeah. I would have just resummoned Bashiva. They're too cheap. Yeah, because it's 1400. He would lose almost 5,000 gold worth of Weight Watchers to kill a 1400 Lord. It's over at that point. It's just completely over. Oh, man. All right. Yo, Rogue AI. Let's do it. Speed running these games. Yeah, Wood Elves always fall for the full rush, man. I swear. People in domination. The funny thing is, people come after me. They're like, I can't believe it. Why do you always just go these risky full rushes? And I'm like, bro, because it works. Because you're not defending yourself. That's like in a boxing match not covering your face. And you get punched in the nose. Why are you surprised? My opponent's not salty, but I've had people get upset before. It's pretty wild. Seriously though, as a Wood Elf player, starting with 4 Weight Watchers is always should be seen as extremely risky. It is the fast expand no scout of this game. Just don't do it if you don't want to lose in 1 minute. You know, that's it. People, they never learn. They never learn. Because the funny thing is no one actually goes to full rushes often because I guess they're just not proficient enough or they're afraid they'll get countered. So like most Wood Elf players, they don't see full rushes almost at all. Like less than 10% of their games. Maybe about 10%. Because of me and just me. But yeah, you gotta be careful. All right. Actions. Know when you got your counters. What faction has the strongest Air Force these days? I think High Elves are still pretty high up. They don't have like the Royal Air Force builds like Batonia or Cathay, but they dominate the skies with Tempest. So I guess they have the best anti-air. Let's see here. For Air Force supremacy and melee, Batonia is very high up. Cathay's actually pretty decent. Greenskins. Rip Greenskins. Anything else? You know, Norska with Chimeras and Frost Dragons actually has a pretty strong one. But I think that's about it. And then Vampire counts are... They have a strong Air Force, but it's not stronger than everyone else's. So it feels weak. And High Elves have insane anti-air. So they can just get air dominance via magic. Which is kind of cheaty. Corn 2 Bloodthirsters? Hilarious. The counterist of counter builds. The fact that Bashiva could actually just see the Weight Watchers was really nasty. What does this do? Master of the Hunt reveals units. Does Bashiva... Does it say anywhere like the unit spotting? Enabled if no enemy presence in ability range. This unit is permanently visible to the enemy. Effect range 1 infinite. Oh. Oh, if Bashiva doesn't have units in 50 meters, you see everything. Okay. Alright, well that sucks for stealth factions. Whoops and oopsies. No stealth for you, I guess. Vampire Coast, Zinch, or Norska? Ooh. Ooh, Coast, Zinch, or Norska. I kind of want to play versus Coast. Let's see. Where am I in the bracket so far? If I lose this one, I should still be able to qualify. So let's just play versus Vampire Coast. And I'll ban what? Imperial Ambush. Ban more. Unless I want to play on more. Actually, you know what? I'll ban Rift at World's Edge. So Rift at World's Edge, it doesn't show properly, but the capture points are like in a line like this. And that's actually the best for Coast because they can contest all of them at the same time. If we play on a map like Decrepit Moor, you have a home capture point over here. And that makes it so that you don't get triple capped. And all you have to do is shoot them up and uptrade. Keep getting weird desync issues today. Dang it. That's rough. I bet it's some weird game code, net code issues. I don't know. That's unfortunate. Maybe it's just some internet ocean wires getting nibbled on. I feel like Coast is so haggard these days. Really? I feel like Coast is still really strong. Oh, whoops. I messaged the wrong thing. He wants to play on more. All right. Okay, Vampire Ghost. So they have Silostra. Bashiva could actually be a hilarious counter to Silostra. The problem is I don't know how accurate that is. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yo, maybe Bashiva just deletes Silostra, and then I have the easiest game of my life. Cabal is stopping you from practicing for the finals. Yo, yeah, finals is coming up soon. Tomorrow is actually when we'll be beginning. Very fun. Let's see. Vampire Coast. So they're gonna have some dogs. I need to be able to shoot them up. I think 2 of these guys is good. I think it's mostly the Morin goals that give me pause. Those guys are nasty. They don't die to much either. They just yeah, they just sit around and be indestructible, covered by their guns. Quite painful. But let me see what I can get done here. The Ghost. Can they punch through a Jade Warrior front line? Should I just spam Tiger Warriors instead? How do I kill Moringles? At least I can see them if I run Bashiva. That's pretty funny. You know, sometimes cav charges like Jade Lancers can get the work done. They ain't too bad. I guess this is an okay build. It's an okay build. I also have, I guess I have the Iron Claw Tiger Warriors. They're pretty hype. You just have to make sure dogs don't jump your range units and your goodies. 0 spend build. You guys will love it. You gotta go all tigers for Bashiva's +5 melee attack buff. Bashiva has, yeah, a 55-meter range, +5 melee attack, +8 leadership. It's so useless. Like, it's not bad, you know, it's like you kind of get the Grail Relic aura for 150, but Bashiva has to be near the Tiger Warriors. It's not bad if you have 1,000,000 Tiger Warriors, but man, it's not that good. The drum can have magic attacks. Am I going to use a war drum to kill Silostra? Seen some people take 4 Iron Hail Gunners lately. Have you tried this build? I have not. I'm not a big fan. I think some Iron Hail Gunner Kite can definitely get some work done, but I wouldn't say I'm too impressed. Lore of Shadow's Claw also gives temporary magic. Yeah, I can give magic to all my guys. I don't need it though. Like, what is he gonna spam Sirens or something? Remember the testing you did with the Forsaken and Chaos Warrior? Where 3 deckhand mobs beat them? Same with the Jade Warriors. So, like, technically, yes. Jade Warriors are closer to Chaos Warriors, though, so they should hold a little better. And the idea is I need to buy time while my, like, archers or something cook. That's the big issue for Coast, is the range units. But if it was a pure melee contest, they'd be pretty screwed. They have the deeps. If you chevron the shotgun ladies, do they do more damage? Or is the shotgun just still a shotgun? Because if somehow it closes that gap of the shotgun, if they're more chevroned, then they may become insane. They did cook Lewin, that was funny. I hope you guys are ready, by the way. This is kind of a wild build. But the idea is simple. Kill Silostra a million times over. As annoying as she is to see her brought in like 50 times and spamming the cav summons, it's still pretty worth it. Because there's going to be some downtime where she's not around. If you can snipe her in the late game, even better. You just don't have to worry about her. Because Coast needs to capture the points. And Bashiva is insane. So look at this. I have all the abilities. Minus 25% speed, Hidden Huntress. Flammable attacks, minus 30% speed. Weakness to fire damage, 20%. We can teleport right on top of the singing lady. It's beautiful. Pretty sure we saw Nurgle defeat Iron Hill Kite recently. That is true. I think the build had other issues. As much as, I don't think it was the Iron Hills that screwed it over. But yeah, they don't do enough damage, just like blast shielded units to death. We got some carronades cooking. Alright, so there is the Silostra. We have some zombie deckhands. Carronades ain't the big issue. They're not mortars. My guys will be fine. We got some doggos. So 2 doggos at the start means I need 2 cavalry units at the start to counteract them. There's the Moringles. It's actually kind of cool that you just get map-wide vision. Ain't nobody stealthing over here. See ya! Okay. We caught some dogs. And by some dogs, I mean like, that is a 300 gold pull right there. Those poor little puppers kind of got massacred. You love to see it. All right, let's keep harassing with the birds. Okay, there's a target fire on the peasant horseman. I need to listen for that sound effect from the cannon shooting. Are cannons just like bugged or something? I don't know what's going on. He just summoned some Moringles here, by the way. Yo, this Bashiva vision is actually insane. Oh, is he not gonna notice? I'm going for it. Kill her! Kill her! Come on, Bashiva, this one's on you. You were made for this. Beat her up! Okay, Bashiva with a little bit of chip damage. Not nearly as much as I would have hoped for. Still pretty nasty, though. Alright, and I got the capture point. Ooh, okay, pretty nasty. Pretty nasty indeed. Silostra is indeed on death's bed now. I think this is what CA was thinking about when they added Bathsheba to the game. I think this is exactly what they were thinking about. Let's just melt those doggos. So Silastro's just straight up dead. She is no longer of this world. I can just send these guys in. There you go. The doggos are now also dead. I am happy to announce. And then these guys can just heal Bathsheba. Yo, this is brutal. This is pretty straight brutal. The fact that I can just see where the Mourngulls are is such a huge game changer, actually. Because usually you don't know where they are, and then like you can't dive in because you're worried they're just gonna pop up and murder you. And now it's just chill. Now it's no problem in the slightest. Unfortunately, they may kill one bird. Unfortunate. Oh, there's the explosion from those guys. Loving it. Bathsheba still chilling. Very nice. Gonna get the cav on the doggos. But like at the end of the day, just not having Silastra is basically a death sentence. They're taking way more crumbling damage than usual. Ouch. Okay, it did eat a bit of a volley there, but it doesn't matter. These guys have crazy healing. I imagine a Silastra resummon will be back soon. The bird successfully distracted the Mourngulls, which is going to help my front line here. Look at that speed of the tigers charging in too. Absolutely terrifying. They do have a devastating flanker, so they will absolutely devastatingly flank all those units. Then we're just going to get a big ol' explosion over there. Maybe heal up the birds because they're getting lots of value. There you go. I'd love to see it. Yeah, this is devastating. The Bathsheba snipe on Silastra was almost unstoppable too. She was getting slowed like crazy. So, oh man, she's back. She's back at it. So you want some more, eh? Get over here. The Moonbirds also do magic damage. Oh, she summoned some units. She summoned some crabs. Trying to stay alive. Oh man, Silastra's gonna be traumatized at this rate. Get him! Get the bird! Get the bird on her face! Let's get another heal over here. Whoop. Bird running into a little bit of issues. Should still be able to get a lot of work done, and then once I get the Bathsheba in there, we should be good. Iron Claw Warrior charge should be pretty sick there too. What are those dogs doing? What the dog doing? Is that the cav summon? Jeez. That is the cav summon. I'm just gonna vortex them so that they can't move forwards. And this bird is just gonna line of sight those their zombies. Then we're going to... How many times do I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Alright, Bathsheba, this one's on you. I believe. Get those zombies. Let's get the charge on them. And then the jukes. There you go. Let's deal with the doggos. Oh man, poor Silastra. She's just spamming out summons, man. Oh no. Okay, now that ghost summon will be a little annoying, but yeah, Silastra's gonna die again. Ain't no way she gets out. The Bathsheba just teleporting on top of her. This is funny. If you brought any other lore, this would not be nearly as bad. But we all know everybody loves Silastra nowadays, so you might as well get the sick punishes in. Although she's gonna escape. I can't believe it. She's gonna make it out. Is she gonna make it out? Big important question. Ooh, I got heals. Hell yeah. I love it when my heroes are actually indestructible. How's Bathsheba doing? Pretty good. We got the big dives on the Silostra once again. Gonna debuff her. Why not? It's the new Hunter of Champions, people. She's got 26 speed, and the birds are on her. Will they get an attack animation, though? They're doing their bestest. It's a little awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I might need another Bashiva teleport. We'll see. Oh, she escapes! I can't believe it. I thought Silostra was dead in the water. He's doing the jukes like I was earlier. It's okay, though. I will have, we'll have more pew-pew in a second. I mean, not pew-pew. More of this stuff. You cannot escape. There we go, yeah. See, that's all you need. You just need another Bashiva teleport. That's devastating, man. Dude, guy's never gonna take Silostra versus Grand Cathay ever again. That's actually kind of disgusting how quickly Silostra dies. Oh, very thematic. True. Yeah, dead in the water. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this board is slow. Still good, though. Vampire Coast cannot withstand the power of Cathay. Shiva's just chilling. Honestly, the Moonbirds are amazing. I love them. Love to see them. Archers doing pretty good for themselves. They weren't super important at the end of the day, but definitely nice to have. Oh, dang, those are Depth Guard. Yeah, I wonder how my Claw Speakers do against Depth Guard. Be pretty interesting, because Depth Guard are anti-infantry. In theory, the Depth Guard kind of crush it. And it looks like they do. Though, I can heal up my Iron Claw warriors if I really want to here. That could be pretty sick. If they can just hold for a little longer, maybe. Mayhaps. Yo, but she was quite the fighter, aren't they? 3,000 value. I see. All right, here we go. Heal them up. Heal them up. The great thing about these tigers, they don't have to heal themselves. They can heal the your infantry instead. And Claw Speakers are 1,200 gold, so they're definitely worth it. Opponent will be able to get to my infantry, though. Is that a problem, however? Dude, look at that healing. It's actually insane healing. Alright, but Shiva has another teleportation. Alright, let's get that other heal. We're basically just heal capping them. And that'll make them beat the Death Guard for sure. We're gonna see a Silostra resummon. No Silostra resummon. My opponent may have given up on taking Silostra in this battle. Pretty solid. Honestly, Bashiva's pretty cool. I think they're still a little on the weaker side, but they definitely have their uses, especially for factions that run a lot of stealth units. The tactical advantage you get from knowing where they are at the beginning of the fight is kind of massive. Yo, I have so much magic, man. Look at these guys. Ironclaw warriors, 235 kills. Technically not a lot of value, though. It's mostly zombies, but yeah, solid. Yo, Cathay is pretty fighty too when they want to be. I think these Tiger Warriors at 800 was a beautiful change, by the way. We definitely needed that. Bashiva can also support cav fights, by the way, with this, because that is a melee defense debuff. Man, yo, they can cook so hard in the right circumstances. They're just a little too susceptible to getting murdered. Also, technically, Coast has that value difference, but most of my value is by crumbling them and healing. So I definitely would not count the value tracker as correct here. We are trying to get a mod update going that shows the gold value tracker, but that will need a second. Right, this battle's totally over, though. This one's a done one. Can I get another mini explosion? How much damage does this do? Okay, it's definitely for infantry only. It's not a bad, just kind of chuck it on the ground kind of spell, though. It's not crazy damage. The cooldown is a little long, but it's nice. Oof. Oh, I whiffed it. Oh, I barely whiffed it. What a ripoff. Could have murdered those dogs with that giant vortex. Big shame, big shame. Cracker's not counting the moonbird damage either. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I owe you an apology, Bashiva. I wasn't familiar with your game. He's still getting value, man. And I just have infinite heals for him. Definitely hype in the right circumstances.
GG, well played.
Top 4 is up, and I'm up against Parmenion. Yo. All right. The question is, the funny thing about cav rushing is people don't expect you to do it again. Xylostra didn't land a single hit. That's so sad. Bashiva with the casual, 3,600. Got the double claw speaker cooking it up. Yo, all right, here we go. What if I just cav rush Parmenion again? I could. Yeah, that was a fun game. It was a very fun game. But she was hyped though. What a world beater. Let's see here. What do I need? Let's see here. So the Wood Elves. I can Scalandir's Cave, Rapturous Expanse, Pit of Treasures. I'll ban Scalandir's Cave, and maybe we get a Rapturous Expanse. That could be pretty hype. Let's see here. The fun thing about rushing the Wood Elves. Yo, Bashiva's actually insane, because they can't kite you anymore. It doesn't work. Because your artillery is gonna see all their stuff. You want to play Pit of Treasures. Nice. Oh man, dude. Dude, alright. It's over for the Wood Elves, man. It's totally over. What else do I want? Yo, the Jet Lions go very hard here too. They are price reduced, though. You think he's good versus Foot White Kings? Bashiva for Foot White Kings? Oh, maybe. I do think Bashiva's not gonna beat like 2 White Kings on a horse in Manfred though. That's kind of the Vampire Count special. To beat something like that, you need like a big dragon character. Because those guys are... they're pretty nasty. Let's see. What do I want to do? I do personally think the Wood Elves ain't got nothing on this. 750 gold. What costs 750? I could try to recoup some of the gold by doing this. Let's see here. We're up against the what is 950 gold. Yo, Cathay doesn't do well with 950, and don't tell me the Wooshing War Compass is 950. I'll be hearing none of it. Let's see here. I guess this is okay. Surely there's something I can do. How about 1100 gold? I can get a Jade Lion in there. Compass with a spell lamp. No, thank you. Let's see here. What's a good 1100 cost unit? I could take one of these, and then I have 400. Oh, beautiful. Okay. All right. In my head, wood elves are completely dead. They lack many of the tools needed to deal with this kind of garbage. There's yeah, there's just, I'm just gonna throw everything in the kitchen sink at them. And then they die. Nice and simple like. See how this goes. One pit of treasures. Really tough matchup for the woodies here. I think it is. I think Cathay, you know, with their balloon spotting units, it was already kind of rough. Now it's very bad. Especially with Bashiva just detecting the whole world. Bashiva might actually just counter wood elves completely. Is Claw Speaker just the best unit in the roster right now? Well, it's 1100 gold for a caster, which is already really good. Many casters, you know, for 1100. Like, demons, you know, demon casters are already at that price range, and they're much worse fighters. But they also come with the repeating explosion ability every single minute. And they also have a self-heal. So it is bare minimum a regenerating 45 speed combat caster on foot who's very hard to shut down, amazing capture weight. They just sit on the points and grind value. Like, as a melee unit, it's already great. And they cast magic. Insane. Mass infantry build or cav. I'm cav rushing him again. The only way to make sure they learn is if you cav rush them into oblivion. Because if they're gonna keep playing greedy, they gotta be punished. And I'm telling you, too many Wood Elf players are playing way too greedy. So I'm gonna force the lesson. Now, maybe they've learned and they have a very defensive build. Maybe they have an ultra defensive build. Okay, we're gonna see double Waystalker, Stalker, interesting. And then quad Glade Guard, okay. Yeah, this is better than before. It's still not the prettiest of situations. Shiva's an absolute menace. Arrows of Kurnos on, not a big issue in the slightest. I can use Bashiva to kill the Waystalkers. They'll know that I have Bashiva. At least they should, because I don't have no Lord over here. You know what I could do though? I could just get the cannon. He did just chuck 2 arrows of Kurnos out. There's nothing that he can do versus this. And then I'm just gonna shoot at the Waystalkers. Something that you normally would never be able to do, but is now possible. Thanks to the gloriousness of Bashiva. I'm just gonna get that, yep. Pretty good partial hit, I'll take it.
Keep it from the foe.
This is still quite a bit of ranged that they got here. Gonna need a little bit of work to get in here properly though. I think this is still fine. Let's just barrel on in. Is this still too much ranged? I sure hope it isn't still too much ranged. But yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Some units arrive. But everything is dead. Absolutely everyone is dead. I should be able to catch these guys out too. Yo, Bashiva annihilates these the double dude here, by the way. Let's get another big spell cast. What is that? Is that Pit of Shades? Okay, pretty nasty Pit of Shades actually. And a big summon too. We'll see if it's enough. This is still pretty good for me, but that was a nice catch. Killing the wild hunters though is going to be probably the end of them though. All right, nice. I gotta kill off that Waystalker. The other one, just teleport to kill him. Very fun, very fun. There you go. Yo, that teleport's hilarious. Peshiva does have map presence. Peshiva definitely has that sweet, sweet battlefield presence. Alright, nice. And he's dead. Ooh, shouldn't have killed him though. Should have let him slow route. That way he can't be resummoned. Alright, but there's no more thing. No more anti-artillery. So if I just summon this big old piece here, it's basically done. Oh wait, is this actually just... Is it my birthday? That's a lot of infantry, bro. The accidental blobbening. You thought the Pit of Shades was painful. That's gonna do a lot of work. And here comes the artillery. Very nice. And here comes the bird. I don't think they can split in time. Oof. Brutal. Well, that's gonna end most of their existence. And now I just sit back, relax, and watch as the artillery cooks. It's the double threat here that really makes us super nasty.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
The Shiva can probably kill Drycha too, I imagine. Though we shall see. Longbow Riders are still alive. Drycha getting bullied now. But yeah, if you try to defend the Cav Rush, you're dealing with this. Yeah, you see that Waystalker got resummoned very quickly. He's not going to be able to kill enough though, but annoying he absolutely is. It's kind of awkward. Drycha got her support going. She got her support crew. Okay, we still have some cavalry here. Still have a bit of a game. Ooh, okay, Drycha kind of got slapped though. Big deeps. And I should be able to keep the bullying going on. Then all the way over here, we got our bigger guns. Just keep spamming guns, I guess. And if we can kill Drycha, then life is good. We'll see. If Peshiva can actually kill Drycha, then they got hands. If they lose with the Moonbird support, that would be very disappointing. But nah, those debuffs are a little too much for him. Man, that desummoned. So he's gonna get the Hunters of Kurnos back. Oh, one Longbow Rider. I think I'll desummon them. Okay, yeah, but Shiva's anti-infantry is a little bit too much, it seems. Good to know. Very nice. So all those guys are just dead. I'll just wind blast them. Drycha is gone, which means no more leadership. Very nice. And it's as simple as recapturing all the points now. Not too bad. Cav Rush proving itself to be still quite treacherous in what it can get done. You know, you can Cav Max blindly, or you can Cav Max smartly. Oh, he killed off, did I friendly fire the firing rocket battery? If I did, that's a whoopsies. Yo, the melee defense debuff on the spears, on the Eternal Guard, so my cavalry can kill them. Pretty hype. There's the Waystalker. Beat him up. I'll bring in some birds to deal with the incoming Cav summons. Nice casual game though. You love to see it. Peshiva is cool. They're actually pretty cool. Oh, we got Stag Knights. All right. I'll play. I'll just slow them down. Should make it escapable. There we go. Oh yeah, artillery only has one capture weight, by the way. It's very sad. And then I'm just gonna keep retreating from these guys until I can draw them into a terrible position. I guess this is probably a good enough one though. And then in 20 seconds, I'll have the big debuff for him. At the end of the day, without Drycha, however, they're just gonna be very lackluster. What is that? Some Dryads? Yeah, dude. Cathay Cavalry. Cathay does have actually some pretty decent cavalry.
I knew it.
Horse crack.
Unending
GG, well played.
glory is yours.
If they get harmony specifically. Whew. Gee. So they did adjust their build, but it wasn't enough. Let's see here. Yeah, Glade Guard just got shut down. So 4 Glade Guard, double Waste Stalker is still risky. Now, he did think I was going to go for an artillery build. This is where the tournament mind games come in. They make a very big difference. Let's see here. You would need to cut the Waste Stalkers, and you probably want a lot of cavalry. Dreicha's not super great. You might even just want Zotes, but then the cannons wreck you. Personally, I think this matchup is doomed with Bashiva running around, because the Waste Stalkers will always die immediately. They're just too squishy, man. Artillery was great. Just a beautiful game. That's River Troll Hag price. This is why you always take Chain Lightning. What's it? For the blobs, or... I guess if I had Chain Lightning, I could have annihilated there. But yeah, River Troll Hag is nothing compared to these guys. Like, River Troll Hag is not fast enough or a good enough fighter. They do have the regen, but Claw Speakers basically have better regen. All right, nice. Next up. Ooh, we got some replays to cover later too. Awesome. Next up, it is the winner of Pope Patty and Jimmy Lasinge. Let me know when done. Let me know when done. All right. Cathay OP. Well, we did lose one game. I unfortunately lost a singular game as Grand Cathay. I didn't have the best built build for sure, but yeah, I'm actually surprised Ponty didn't make it. I was like the only person Ponty beat. Throg could you wish Throg could bring a River Troll Hag? I think that'd be hype. Thank goodness they didn't give Claw Speakers a Spell Ant buff. Yes, that would make them OP for sure. But yeah, this so like Vanilla Caster 850. So a Dwarf Slayer hero is 700 gold. So for 150 more, you lose a bonus versus large in the armor piercing, which is a little big, admittedly. You don't have the unbreakable, but you have magic. So it's 150 gold for your spellcaster, which is absurd as a price point. You have infinite uses of Earthblood for 200. All right. And then you have infinite uses of Rune of Wrath and Ruin. The funny thing is, it is actually just like Rune of Wrath and Ruin, but way better because the cooldown is so much nicer. Let's take a look at the lore of where's it at? Where is the rune magic? So yeah, these have 2-minute cooldowns. Rune of Wrath and Ruin is 25 damage, 40%. But this hits twice as often, and it's more armor piercing. So like the damage is actually quite comparable. But it's every single minute. You know, Rune Lords would kill for this. I guess you have to be in melee, but that's not a problem. Insane. If you could murder the next opponent in sub 12 minutes, it'd be appreciated. World Cup starting. It's funny. I'll do my best. They gotta finish their match though. 45% spell mastery, infinite winds of magic, double Melkoth's hybrid foot character. Caster would be interesting. I think double Melkoth's is cool, but I think losing out on the healing is actually really impactful. This is a little too good to pass up. If you think about it, right? This is the equivalent of like, so 0.65 for 32 seconds. This is 0.8 for 28 seconds. So you're literally giving up, what's a cooldown? 2 minutes. You're giving up a whole 13 winds of magic every 2 minutes. So that's like an extra, what? It's like an extra 12 winds of magic. Or yeah, down to 6, because cut it by half. So 1 winds of magic every 10 seconds. So it's like you have... It's kind of like you have Cloak of Pao Mei, but at 100% recharge. Or it's like you have 5 Arcane Conduits worth of constant healing. This is actually insane. If you compare it to Regrowth, amount of like magic gain you get is truly ludicrous. I might even just take double Claw Speaker of Life and spam Tigers and just heal them up like crazy. But at some point you get diminishing returns because you need tactical plays to kill their cav and such. Jimmy Lesinge is up against us now. Yeah, there's so many heals. Caradrian's buff, I think it's better though. Which one's like Caradrian's buff? All right. What are they playing? Jimmy Lesinge. Lizard Men. Okay. It's Celestial Lake and Blasphemous Snowfield. Oof. Ban Celestial. Okay, it's Lizard Men, people. It's the lizards. I messaged the wrong person. Getting my messages mixed up. Oh, Caradrian's heal. Yes, yeah. You don't really have foot characters you want to heal as the High Elves either. It means monkey in French and it's not pronounced like that. Yeah, I'm Canadian, but the bilingual does not run through my veins. Wants to play on Snowfield. Okay. Blasphemous Snowfield. Big old giant map. Fun stuff. Ironclaw will cook the lizards. I think I have many options here. I wonder if they'll go for some stealth shenanigans. It would be hilarious if I do have Bashiva for that. I kind of love running Bashiva now, I'm not gonna lie. They are kind of cool, man. The only thing is Lizardmen have some big monsters I gotta be careful about. But other than that, I think we're okay. There's a pretty good loadout I got going here. Lore Master. Yeah, sometimes you see a Lore Master. I need to like really grind High Elves more to get a perfect feel of how they roll. For sure. Artillery, what do I want? I think I can just do this. That's a pretty fun little combo we got going. Okay, a little bit of an awkward starting army, but I think I'll be okay. So Ironclaw Warriors have more armor than the other ones. Good to know. I'm just wondering, like, what Lizardmen build are we gonna see here? What Lizardmen build would truly give us pause? Should I try the mass Iron Hail Gunner strat? Let's say we're getting rushed by you know, a Shredder of Lustria or something. Would I want a million Iron Hails? Doesn't sound like a terrible idea. It's just if you run out of, the problem with Cathay is running out of melee units and then you can't take the points. That is definitely how you lose games as Cathay. They should be pretty decent though. I think I got the works. Dark Age Rush did a mass Iron Hail build with the drum. I think I would do that in like not the finals. I'm gonna try this one instead. Yeah, I know Bashiva can see skinks. Quad ancient ancient Stegodon engine of the gods. It would be funny if there were just no unit caps and you can just run like 4 Shredders of Lustria as your army. Would that do it? Would that be a winning build? I think versus some factions it actually would get a lot done. Wish greenskins had a heal. They have regen. You can heal your lord with Grom. You can heal your heroes with the River Troll Hag. You can heal your trolls, your infantry, right? And I think greenskins have a regenerating Spider Rider ROR skirmisher. Don't they have regeneration? So even your cavalry and skirmishers can heal. I don't know what you're complaining about, Dangler. Greenskins definitely don't need more. Tiger propaganda. Seeing Bashiva actually cook for once is such a breath of fresh air. Yeah, Death Creepers. Despite everything, Claw Speakers are not as oppressive as White Kings. Correct! White Kings are insane. Because they also have spells in the form of Scabscrath. And Scabscrath is about as good as like... It's actually like as good as a 7 or 8 Winds of Magic spell, and they get 3 of them. It has a lot more immediate value than the healing too. Because the healing, it just kind of sits around. You need to take damage first, so it doesn't help you win the initial engagements, and you might start falling behind. Honestly, Scabscrath is just such an insane spell. Might be a fun mod. No unit caps for anyone. Well, you can just turn off unit caps. You don't even need a mod. Yeah, Vikings super tanky. They're a menace. Okay, this should be good though. So this is the build. It's basically an artillery balloon kite. We've seen the balloons get a lot of value. And I would be worried about some skinks sneaking up on these guys, but I have Bashiva, so they'll never see it coming. A little bit of lag. Quite a bit of lag. Know who deals with White Kings? Not Bashiva, actually. White Kings win by ganging up on your poor dudes. Yo, what is this lag, bro? This is some crazy lag. Hopefully the game is playable. Yeah, not a lot of characters can win a 1v2. Unless you had like immune to flanking, but just getting hit by twice as much damage is gonna be rough. You know, it's like, imagine if you gave a White King double HP, double damage, right? Obviously they're gonna beat the brakes off of Bashiva, you know. Lords do about 500 damage no matter who you're looking at. At the high end, you get 700. So more is better. That's the simple way it goes. Okay, so there's quite a bit of lag. Maybe my opponent can host. The actual correct answer is Yuan boat. Yeah, okay, we're gonna rehost. Whoa, that's a lot of skirmishers. That's pretty funny. So this is the build. I'm sending over my build. Interesting. It's a lot of skinks. It's just a ludicrous number of skinks. Anyways, they're gonna host. You've seen White Kings just ignore Yuan. Bro does not cook them. I don't think anything beats White Kings handily. Combination of high armor, high melee defense, and very maneuverable. You know, if they overextend, then yeah, war wagons can shoot them up, I guess. But the unit's just insane. I think 2 White Kings on a horse, or on horses, are just kind of crazy. Krotgar versus balloons. It's Krotgar, it's a million skinks. It's just a skink max. Solar engine should not have enough ammo to kill my balloons. The balloons are just stupid tanky. Look at this. 6,000 HP, 30 armor. Actually, less tanky than I thought. I guess I was thinking sky junks. But it would take too long. The cannons would just shoot the Poseidon to death. Yep, silver shields on foot. I think next patch, we're definitely... well, we'll see how all the factions perform, first and foremost. And then we can start doing some price adjustments, because CA ain't doing anything. I think CA forgot the balance patches exist. Yeah, Jade Shield to counter magic is very fun. I've seen that before. If you are playing as Cathay and you take Jade Shield against Waystalkers, oh boy, is that annoying for Wood Elves. Take 2. If I can get Cathay to a high enough level where I can run them in tournaments, that would be so nice. Okay, there were a lot of skirmishers last time, so I'm just gonna park further back. What if I just do the same thing again, just for the lulz? Maybe I catch a bunch of skinks at the beginning, I don't know. Lag has subsided. Ready, good luck, have fun. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Whoop. Get him. Beat him up. Beat him up. Slow him down. Okay, pretty fun start, all things considering. Nice. Very nice. Yo, sometimes I hate the landing animation for flying units. I just don't know how to catch units properly. I swear. Yeah, this is still pretty good though. A solid start. We caught all them skinks at the very beginning. Had to use Bashiva's ability, but overall, I am happy. Very nice. Okay, we'll just see how the artillery cooks. Yeah, solar engine doesn't have enough ammo. It ain't doing anything. The dodge? This man dodges. Okay. Love to see it. I'll just chuck a little bit of a heal here for my crows. Cannon can definitely focus fire there. I'm gonna have to be a little careful. This is not a very infantry heavy build at all. Shiva takes a shot to the face. I can just start healing that right away, no problem. Oh, okay, and there's the artillery barrage. So that's gonna be pretty nasty. What do you say about this, good sir? Are you gonna try and rush the artillery pieces, or what? Because I have lots of summons at the ready. I got lots of crowmen. I'm playing this like it's a campaign battle. I'm blobbing up with all my guys. Ouch, bro, those skinks. I'm gonna balloon dodge it. Get that sweet, sweet balloon dodge. You guys love to see it. Yeah, Kroggar got nothing on this. And I am just going to save my money. Because why not? Yes, come closer. Closer. Let's get our first Iron Claw warrior in here. They're just destroying that Bastiladon. It ain't looking too hot. Here we go. Going to start spamming the cavalry. Let's go. And once that Bastiladon is dead, life will be good. Double crowmen hit on these guys is devastating. I just need to be able to kill off the rest of the skinks and then I'm happy. Hopefully I can run down that solar engine first though. Unfortunately for me, these balloons don't do that much damage in general. They can kind of camp Kroggar though and just bully him. One of my artillery pieces routes. Not the biggest deal though. They should rally too. Okay, there you go. The big guy's dead. Solar engine is done for. Can I get a rally though? Come on, you darn crewman. You got this, I believe in you. Okay, there you go. Solar engine's dead. I just need to secure this point and then I'm happy. Interesting, the Amber Spear, okay. Woo, it's close. Unfortunately, I don't think I have artillery pieces left. Yeah, they all died. They all died to the skinks. Very unfortunate. This is still good though. Because there's just nothing left. At the end of the day, there's simply nothing left on the battlefield for my opponent. At least it's not much. The artillery barrages too are just devastating. Here we go. We gotta get the Bashiva in here quickly though. I need that Bashiva support. Let's go ahead and debuff that cavalry too. That's a great thing about them. They actually do have fairly good battlefield presence. And then if I just keep these balloons here providing harmony, then we're good. I was actually a little slow to the call on that, but it's okay. All I gotta do now is just secure this here point. Amber Spear gonna kill another artillery piece. Not the end of the world though. Ticket wise though, clock's ticking actually. Clock is ticking. Let's actually get my units on the point. Bashiva too, you gotta get on there. Let's see here. There you go. Oh, I keep forgetting to use this ability. Silly. Whoops. Okay, self-heal it shall be. Very nice. And then I think as long as I keep the balloons nearby, I'll be goodies. This point is taking a surprisingly long amount of time. It doesn't matter though, I have so many, I actually have a decent amount of tickets. Stealing this high ground point definitely got a lot of work done for me. I just have to be a little bit careful. Let's catch these skirmishers with another slow. That ability actually has a relatively short cooldown, it feels. What is it? 60 seconds. Yeah, every 60 seconds I just straight up get a slow. It's pretty nasty. All right, balloons, you got this. Somehow I've managed to push myself all the way to my opponent's side of the battlefield. There we go. All right, and where's Krotgar? What is this thing shooting at? I don't know. Come on, should be able to secure that. There we go, nice. And then Krotgar, we're gonna bog him down. If I can catch him here, that would be beautiful. A Krotgar kill would end my opponent for sure. There's the big surround. Wait, hold up. Oh man, I really want to get Bashiva in on that action, but I think it's not worth at the end of the day. Let's just keep chilling here instead. Krotgar is probably just gonna die to the pokey spears. I'll get another Iron Claw warrior in here in a second. Very nice. And then if I keep on Melkotzing, we're good. Honestly, not too bad. Bashiva is kind of cool as just like, you know, a character just running around, debuffing fools.
I will not fail.
I'm gonna see if I can get some Iron Claw warriors here to body block them. A little bit of lag, but we're okay. Yeah, you just gotta maintain the body blocking. As long as they can't escape, you're good. No, not the lag though. Not the lag. I'll be okay, but very unfortunate. Well, how's it going for you guys? Bashiva's still useful after the White King side. I think if you're spamming this ability, Bashiva will be useful. Come on. Friendly fire. How cinematic. You know, I feel like the balloon should have more damage and less HP to make sense. I don't know how this thing is supposed to have like 6,000 HP. That's kind of absurd. Cold One Knights are putting in work? Yeah. One Melkot's caster is not going to punish them. If only Cathay had the Lore of Death too. Then they would be a good faction. Surely they could use a bit more. I think this guy's router just exploded. His lamps are literally made out of paper. In the world of Warhammer, it could be metal. Who knows? Yeah, there is a bird inside the balloon. Is there though? It was all a lie this whole time. But yes, I am aware. It is supposed to be like a whole bird in there. Alright, can we get the Krotgar kill? Ooh, look at that explosion. Lots of skinks. These guys really just never die, do they? And there's the capture point. Yeah, magical lamps powered by birds. Fire apparently was not good enough. Alright, there you go. There's the debuff. Unfortunately, when lords rout, they get better at escaping these blobs because your units don't know what in the world they're doing. I'm gonna see if I can still body block them though. Maybe. Oh, he got one. I can't believe it. Balloon down, bird down. Come on, just kill Krotgar. Yo, chasing mechanics in this game are so weird. You know, in history, it would always be a problem that your units would over chase. Now in Warhammer, it's like they're not chasing hard enough. Very strange. I'll heal Bashiva, I guess. Come on, just kill the Krotgar. He's just a crocky. He was taking so much damage earlier. Now look at him. Positively indestructible. I'm still gonna try and kill him though. I want that kill. Okay, let's get this balloon in. I wonder... Okay, pretty good value. The thing is, the balloons didn't have a lot of battlefield presence while the fight was going on. Even if I did position them better for Harmony, I think it would have been a little sus. Gotta heal those guys up for sure. Here's Cocker gonna die? He's almost there. Very nearly. 500 HP. Oh, those poor claw speakers. Yo, if I can get a heal here for these guys. Come on, live! Live, dang it! Oh, it's 90 seconds for the heal. That's gonna be a bit too long, isn't it? It's kind of weird because you want to be spamming out the ability as much as possible, but to use it optimally you should also be saving it. By the way, the capture weight on the triple kitty cat still amazes me. 9 mobile capture weight makes a world of difference. It's kind of funny that you know, it was a dwarf player that inspired the triple foot character capture weight shenanigans. I guess it makes sense. Dwarves are a lot like Cathay. But yeah, having experienced it myself, like one character is not gonna do anything. You just ignore them. 2 characters, it may slow down your capture weight a bit. 3 characters, unless you kill them, they're just gonna be a problem. Positivity. All right, come on. I got replays to look at. I guess I'll turn on the lamp while we lag to death. Alley-oop. There we go. Oh, I can desummon this thing. Should I get myself some water? The game's actually frozen. There's not much to do. As much as I don't want to be on my opponent, this match is totally over. Khotgar is dead, mate. Like, this guy's dead 10 times over. Yeah, watch the view. I swear, turning on that lamp made me darker over here. Netcode written 10,000 years ago by the old ones. Yeah, you know, it's definitely not the player's fault. This game just has lag issues every once in a while if the internet connection isn't perfect. Dwarf hero stacks with Felix for healing were meta near release. I do remember that. I do remember, yeah, the Felix heal squads. But I think people just figured out that you just have to kill Felix and then you're good to go. Very unfortunate. I do win on a 2-cap, by the way, which is why this is not a very scary situation for me. Let's get that desummon. Unless I like completely throw, but given how this high ground is shaping up, we got the balloon over here. Lower. Hey, this guy's kind of getting worked on. I just have to give them some attack commands and their leadership will come up though. Yes, connection is coming back. Okay, let's not accidentally throw. I want to summon the cannon, but it's much smarter to do this instead. Khotgar is at 36 HP. And he's dead. And that spells doom for my opponent. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be done when all your units are routing off the battlefield. Love the range on regrowth, by the way. It's got some real magnificent range. Look at that harmony bonus coming in clutch. 1 million leadership. And by 1 million, I mean 56. Yo, look at the capture speed here, though. 3 heroes and some units. I feel like, you know, if CA made it where heroes, the capture weight was based off their HP remaining, that might actually help things out a bit. Though I guess it doesn't really need that much helping out. Ooh, if I can get the Bashiva debuff going there. But yeah, there's ain't no way. Ain't no way they're coming back from this. Come on, give me that debuff. I want to see Cold One Knights with no melee defense. Oh, and the explosion. Take a look at the cinematics. Boom. Shiva has teleported in. Was this about Slan like football? It's a geomantic web connection. Yo, weren't people like asking for that to get reworked for like ages? Geomantic web never got reworked, right? Very unfortunate. Oh, hell yeah, there's the regrowth. Love that. I'll just chuck out a random heal. Yeah, that Krokar snipe was kind of nice though. If I didn't get it, you know, my opponent could have actually worked us pretty hard. Dedicated servers for 40k. I think Turin is definitely pushing hard for dedicated servers in 40k. He's been pushing for dedicated servers since forever. It's also on consoles, which would be a little better to have dedicated servers for. At least I think so. Look, someone said that randomly in my chat, and I've never given up hope. So, it's all but guaranteed then, yeah? All but guaranteed. Ain't no way we don't get some servers. Alright, GG. Well played. I guess no one's gonna be... I think so far no one's qualified for the next thingamajig. For the next finals. Let's see, the balloons got 700 a pop, which is great. Lots of debuffs all around. The claw speaker is getting lots of value, healing, and damage. They like always pay for themselves. You have Bashiva with the 1865 plus debuffing. Very cool character. Not bad. It's too bad Cathay's Jade Warriors are not really useful, but in the same sense, Warriors of Chaos are also not very useful, right? I think just armored slow infantry doesn't have a place in domination right now. It's a little sad. If they were a bit better at surviving cav charges, then yes, I think we would see more of them, but not here. GG. I am going to cover some replays. We had a couple submissions. In a minute, we can get the raffle done. Let's see here. Let's cover two. Let's cover just a couple of replays and then we'll call it a day. All right. Here we go. Empire versus Skaven. Let's see this. Four more matches and we reach one of the funny numbers. Oh yeah. Yo, my replay counting, I keep resetting it though, because they get out of date and I delete a bunch and I forget where I'm at. Geomantic web did get changed, but people don't understand it. The life speaker for the big heal seems to be the way to go. Yeah, life speaker and just healing up some units. You're basically, you will get your value back if you heal a tiger, an iron claw tiger warrior. You just get your value back because it's a regrowth. And it'll heal up like, you know, even if it heals 20% of their HP, you get your 200 gold back right away. It's glorious. But also the figure boost. Let's take a look at this. So, the Empire versus Skaven was a close one. And they want some tips for the matchup. Trees blocking the shots from the Warp Lightning Cannon. Second one, though, hits the Engineer. So Warp Lightning Cannons make life a little difficult. Hey, that guy Wally again. Generally speaking, You want to try and shut them down with cannons, but this map is real big. The cannons would have to go like all the way here to get them. But you do have time, and this is smart, right? Capturing points and dodging at the same time. You can get a good view of what's being shot at. You can also just line of sight them because this is a hill, a little bit of a hill. And then if your cannons can blast them, you basically win. Artillery duels in this game are pretty uncommon, but if you get it done, if you win the artillery fight, you're good. It's kind of like both players are playing a game of chicken, where you want to have more artillery than your opponent, but the more artillery you bring, the more likely you are to be rushed. And having single entities that are fast will help you control no man's land. Alternatively, you can use some stealth units to secure no man's land. There's a few fun ways to play it. It's very different from what I usually go for. I think in general, artillery is slightly suboptimal, but still very good, especially if you're not playing against like the highest of highest micro players, because it is quite a delicate situation. Now for Skaven, I would say it's a little sketchy. Like, you know, they need to capture the points, but they don't want to roll up because then the cannons are going to blast them. They need to kind of stand their ground, bring some infantry onto the points, and hope that the cannons overextend and maybe they can rush it down or use Ikit Claw to kill them. But they need to make some sort of play. This is okay, having a couple Night Runners. It's going to force the cavalry to show up, but the artillery's not in position to defend it. It's similar with this point. Honestly, this map I would say is not great for the double warp lightning cannon. You know, if this was a dust bowl where you can guarantee line of sight, it'd be better. But yeah, a little sketchy. Black Orcs are crazy right now. I love them. I will say, Black Orcs are pretty hype. Was that a single engineer shot? Dang. But yeah, this is a misplay, staying on the point. There was no point going here because it did not open up for the cannons. Nice attempt at the big spell, but it does get whiffed. Verns is playing this one pretty well. Making sure the cavalry don't stay on for too long is optimal. And if you don't have something to pin them down, those spells can just be whiffed. Usually I would wait for situations where you can guarantee that you get that hit. Especially because Ikit Claw's spell there is so important. You know, if you want something that's low cost, a warp lightning cast is much better, because even if it does miss, it's not the end of the world. Oh, sneaky Ashen Triads. Oh, look at these guys. They didn't get spotted because they used their concealment bombs. Oh my gosh. And now they reveal themselves, catching the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Goodbye armor. There we go. Minus 50 armor just from contact effect. Devastating for those knights. Skaven starting to make some plays. They're bringing in a lot of units. Personally, I think they should be making use of these Jezzails. The Jezzails could totally be parked here and just shoot the cannons, or park here and control this point that they're fighting for. There's a little bit of like not using the whole army effectively. There's a few too many idle units. That's putting them behind a little bit. Empire, though, generally playing it pretty well. The Sunmaker is not getting that much leverage. I think there should be a bigger push to secure the middle, capture this point, and then just hammer these pieces, because Sunmaker has 480 range. These are 430. Sunmaker just deletes them. High Elves get... Oh yeah, High Elves do have spell intensity, yes, with Teclis's thingamajig. But generally, outside of Greater Arcane Conduit, most spells are doing vanilla damage.
The enemy has captured one of your victory points. Take it back.
But yeah, it's looking interesting. Nice warp lightning cast. That guy Willie's doing pretty good. But as Empire, I'd say yeah, they definitely have a slight advantage, right? It's showing in the gold damage rally. If they have been unit counting, which is hard to do in the heat of battle, but at the very start, you should know that there is a Natty Bubo somewhere. One of the biggest things you should be aiming for is shutting that down. Although I will say clearing off these Skaven here is great. You got some grenade launchers pushing in too, so Empire's doing well here. They're taking a pretty decent fight here too, and they're ignoring the center line. making it so that the Skaven artillery can't do much. Empire's doing a much better job at keeping all of their units active, but this is a little sketchy, this fight over here. This can go south pretty fast. You can see Skaven are bringing in rat ogres and dogs, which is why generally, because Empire is a slower faction, it's better to play centrally. This is beautiful though. I said you wanted to snipe the natty boobos, and they immediately died, I believe, to the Sunmaker. Pretty devastating. Your next order of operations are these warp lightning cannons then. Now you can just ignore them too. They're not the end of the world. But they'll be very annoying versus cavalry in the late game, and you really want that for the Skaven. But this is good, you know, they're cleaning up. Lots of rat ogres dying. Question is, do you push for this point, or do you play safe? So you just re-secured one. Tickets are not nearly as important. Skaven would still need at least 6 minutes of this before the game is over. And if you push in too far, you're starting to down trade, and you do not want to be down trading at this point in the game because you're already slightly behind, and the more behind you get on the trading game, the easier it is for your opponent to steal points. It was a mercurial shot that deleted the snipers. Oh, good to know. Good usage of mercurial shot. It's one of the best spells. Let's take a look here. Another good bombardment. You can see though, not shutting down those cannons, they're really shredding those Empire Knights. So usually against Skaven, your late game win condition, it is just swarming them with cavalry, and their infantry is too slow to support the other points. Cavalry beats stuff like this. Any units that overextend, it's just great. But they're still alive. He's kind of just weathering the storm. Now that's not the end of the world if these things run out of ammo, but they still got 10 shots a pop. Definitely very sketchy. Alternatively, I will say, just because of the terrain, it's not the end of the world to just play cavalry and go for these points, but rotating because of this kill zone is going to take a lot longer than usual. So, a little sketchy. In general though, Empire's playing well. Oh, this is nasty though. We've seen that guy Wally get some 6 spell casting before, and that's an amazing one. Generally speaking, you want to make sure you don't blob up with your units. Boris too, kind of getting worked on by the Morse Guitar's Hellion. He should be cycle charging, you know, just pull through your spear so he can't chase, and then hit him again. You get a whole 63 extra melee attack for that. It's like 4x the melee attack. It's crazy. But there's a triple cap now. Another mercurial shot down the pipe on the Night Runners. Unfortunately, the engineer does die now. You can see the artillery pieces are just too timid at pushing up. They only need to go this distance. So they only need to go here. That's not in range of anything, really. Sunmaker definitely should be desummoned immediately, by the way, when it runs out of ammunition. That way you get the full refund and an extra, like, 900 gold. But yeah, I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried for how this is going to pan out. I will say Skaven don't have that many options, though. So, realistically, I guess the only thing they have is this Morse Guitar's Hellion. Empire does have a lot more units. Value trading looks good for Skaven, but that's because they have 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, and they're about to become useless. Okay, and here's a giant swarm of units. So, how do you close this out? So, like, Empire have a lead, but carrying out the victory is a very important thing. I think the early gameplay was alright. Kind of kept your stuff alive, but you need to make sure you don't lose your important pieces. That's going to be your mobility, your cavalry, your lord, these Demogryph Knights. Under no circumstances should they be getting shot at by these Warp Lightning Cannons or moving into the center, because that's where they'll immediately take a lot of deeps. Pretty sick triad play, by the way. Boris should be hunting along the flanks. I see a very juicy Morse Guitar's Hellion here, just ready to get charged by Boris. But this is looking pretty sus. Some knights are overextending. They go for the king, but they're missing. That's just gonna get them killed. And that is like a almost 1,000 gold loss right here. These deep dives are, you know, they're risky plays inherently. They can pull you back, but they should be treated as such. Only make these kind of plays when you're trying to come back. Once you're ahead, though, you can play super defensive. You know, just pull back, play on your half of the battlefield, maybe even give up a point or two so that you can get more value. And eventually your opponent just gets army wiped. And Boris is looking worse for wear, though. He took a lot of deeps. And now the Skaven pushes on. So you're going to see here, right? Oh no, the Demi Knights. The Demi Knights. That's like 2,000 gold worth of win condition right here, stuck on the Storm Vermin. Mega misplay. Oh man. Oh, brutal. Oh no. They got like no value. Well, that's bad. Okay, well, you know, that's gonna be a doozy. This is why it's important to just get your expensive stuff and keep them together. And just keep them safe, man. You have the lead. You basically blundered your queen. I've been playing a lot of chess. You basically blundered your queen trying to make a fancy play. Oh boy, that's nasty. And all of a sudden, you'll notice Skaven have way more pressing power here. The Sunmaker still hasn't been desummoned. So desummoning refunds half of the money off of the HP. So you can basically get the Sunmaker 50% off if it didn't take any damage. A little unfortunate. I'm not sure if it's just a mismic or if you don't know about the mechanic. But technically that puts you down like 900 gold. Still not impossible to win though. You just have to hold on to 1 point. So the finesse here is knowing when to give up points. So like obviously here, these spears are doing nothing. They should just be retreating back. And then if these guys go here, then they move on. Otherwise, they're just slowly dying. This point hold is good. If you can hold it, you're solid. But if Skaven swarm it, that's when you want to rotate on to point number 1. Skaven are desperately trying to take 2 points at the same time. And you're going to need to hold one of them. That's all you really got to do. Technically, just 1 minute. You should be bringing everything to bear, however, to get that done. So this is over chasing. Boris and the Knight should be going in. And I'm just sensing there's a little bit too little urgency on the point control, right? Oh, he gave the Sunmaker ammunition back. That's cool, but not really worth it in the late game here. What you really need is to just get this point. And you should be thinking, this point is falling, my spear should be rotating over here. We see a sword summon, a swordsman summon. So this is definitely a too late to the party situation. You got to make sure that, you know, the point needs to be, like, the way summons work for infantry. If the point is falling already, infantry is not going to save it. You summon infantry in response to your opponent bringing something in that would swing the balance of power. So let's say it's very even, and they summon some infantry to try and capture it quickly. Then you can summon infantry back to make sure that they arrive at the same time and the point doesn't fall. This guy, you can see, way too late, right? In fact, it should have even been summoned here. And now both points fall. An overcommitment to all 3 points at the same time leads to 14 seconds away for the Empire. Now, this is not impossible to come back from. Technically,
You have been bested. There is only defeat.
you just have to retake 1 point. It was still a pretty bad situation, all things considered. They didn't have a lot of money for cavalry left. But you had some infantry here. You had Boris. He could have flown over here and tried to make a play. It was pretty doomed, though. It was pretty doomed, but you gotta at least try to do it. You had nothing to summon. You had Boris. Boris on the high ground. I guess it probably would have been impossible. I would say your chances were slim. I would say like 5% chance to take a point. But if that it would require that your opponent misplay and they summon in the wrong place. Rough though, rough. Honestly, biggest misplay, not desummoning the Sunmaker. So your big win conditions are getting your value off of these guys, and then keeping your heavy hitters alive. So if you slip up on any of those aspects, you are massively behind. Infantry control actually matter a lot less. You don't really have to worry about that. And then if you focus on that, that honestly puts you very well ahead. We'll take a look at another one before we close it off. And let us see. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm pretty sure that game was over. I don't think there was a way you could have come back. Unfortunate, though. I think you might as well go for an all-in, but yeah.
By side
Oh,
and
same map. Look at
spirit,
this.
we will
And they're up
cut
against
off
Risotto.
all
Okay.
asunder.
Risotto is pretty
It
good.
is time we ushered them over
The play in the
threshold
Norska. We got
unto
Elspeth,
death.
and this is one of my favorite builds, the double engineer quad wagon kite. So this is pretty rough for Norska. I actually wonder how this is gonna go. So all you gotta do is make sure that the wagons shoot and the horsemen don't. That's the only win condition. Capture points matter very little. This is a valley trading build. Cavalry will not catch cavalry. You can see your Empire Knights are just down trading in the chase. And what did you get for that? You bought a little bit of space. So you traded 200 gold to push the front line into a more advantageous position for your opponent. Big misplay, big misplay. Elspeth taking a lot of damage too.
Those victory
I did say Risotto is pretty good at the micro here. Ooh, big volley. The second volley gets dodged, and this time he's baiting his opponent. Risotto now overextending. But Verns, is he gonna lose Elspeth? If she routes, she'll come back. Oh, gotta dodge. Okay, no, not too much damage. It's pretty nasty though. She does route. This is a huge overcommitment though. So this is smart, right? You have your war wagons basically screening. You're using the bloodlust of your opponent to your advantage, kind of like how you were bloodlusted earlier. You see how that play earlier did nothing? Always remember, you gotta, if you ever are pushing and you're on the aggressive, every centimeter that you gain, it better be worth it, man. Okay, Dragon's gonna sacrifice itself to kill Elspeth. Kind of extreme because she's already basically dead, but it's not a bad idea to get her routed. She is at -2 leadership. It would be hard to rally her. You'd have to summon in some units. Oh, I love it though. Summons in the spears to try and secure her flanks. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I think Elspeth is gone. Still, not a terrible situation. The wagon kite got a lot of work done, and Elspeth running off is not the end of the world. But you have to be careful about capturing points. You still have like 8 minutes in this game, man. You don't gotta be sacrificing your units over here. You just have to keep your wagon shooting. Win conditions. Although I will say it's very difficult because sometimes point capture is really important. Sometimes it doesn't matter at all. And what makes a good player in these kind of more nuanced battles where it's a little closer is going to be knowing when you should be pushing and when you should be playing defensive. Defensive, generally speaking, gets you value. Offensive gets you points. And if you're taking a lot of damage for very few points, that's not very worth it. If you're playing defensive, but you're not getting a lot of value back, because let's say your opponent's playing far back themselves, also not worth it. These are the balance scales of domination. I do remember back in the day when domination first came out, everyone was complaining that it's just League of Legends. You're just sending units on all 3 points constantly. And, you know, maybe early on when the supply gain was so high that was a little bit more the case, but that is definitely a very simplified view. It's a good wagon kite, though. See the wagons taking no damage? I do like that. The game that you're playing, though, is you have to keep your units at, like, this range, the very edge of the wagons constantly. So the moment they pull back, you chase. The moment they go forward, you retreat. And all the meanwhile, they're taking shots to the face. If they retreat too far, you get no man's land and you win yourself some points. It's great. We even have Rengar ganks now, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Is that a Sunmaker? Oh, okay, I like that. Sunmaker is a great anti-skirmish tool. I will say, if you plan on taking the Sunmaker, summon it early. Is that a debate? Did he just bait the horseman into charging? If that was a bait, that's one of the most impressive maneuvers I've ever seen. Technically, if Risotto dodged back and just let the horseman shoot, that would just be a misplay. But because they decided to charge in, that actually gave you Wagon's mega value. Massive overextension too on the Chimera. This is actually a pretty good game. You see one person leading in tickets and one person leading on value. It's beautiful. And now Risotto doesn't want to lose too much on the value game because he'll just run out of army and they're retreating. We're seeing those plays in motion. But Empire definitely has a strong lead. Now, what do you do now? You gotta go for 1 point. So you see the double engineer here? It'll take them like about a minute to 30 seconds to take this point. In that time, Norska's just gonna send units there and you're not gonna capture it. So there's not much of a point to get the engineers here. Because if Norska also defends this point, you just don't get any capture points. And then the value trading is gonna be rough. You see this? If by splitting your forces, you might get neither point. That would be the worst case. No, the triple split. Ah, man, it happens every time. You're playing League. This is domination, my good sir. Oh, the triple split. That is not... Oh, that is brutal. Not only are the wagons out of position. Not only... Well, okay, he is actually going to secure the 2 points. Mostly because Norska committed very hard to point number 1. But that's because they see if they can just kill the wagons, they basically win the game. Because without the wagons, Norska's going to uptrade pretty crazily here. Yeah, it's still not good. It's still not too good. Look at these engineers. It's just chilling. If you lose an engineer too, that's just devastating. I like the Elspeth resummon. Okay, wait. How's this going to pan out? Honestly, that was almost disastrous, though. If you are playing the kite game, remember, the points do not matter. It is all about kiting and killing your opponent in about 10 minutes. And just ignore the points. That means you should play a consolidated army. Once you have an advantage, you can park between 2 points. And on 1 point, it'll take them forever to win. Splitting up, very dangerous, as 1 engineer is dead. You want to be using the restocks on the engineer to keep these wagons up. Honestly, if those wagons were still full HP and you just restock them, you actually just win this game. Risotto's a very confident player too. But straight up, you actually almost had him by a very one-sided win too. You just have to keep the engineers by the wagons. And you leave again. The game's not over. Oh no! You still had the wagons and an engineer. All right, my dude. All right. Alrighty. First things first. Stop leaving the game. If you're a new player, you gotta accept that you are not going to be as good at analyzing what is a winning position and what is a losing position. Just play it out, man. Just play it out. Just be like, I think this game is losing, but I'm just going to play only for value trading and see where it goes. And then at least you can get some data. Because with unconventional builds, kind of like Kite, you don't know. Your Honor, League of Legends. He's playing League. Oh, he's still playing League. I can't believe it. Verns, no. Oh no, you saw 2 of your wagons routing and the 3rd one being half models. They could have rallied, man. They could have rallied. Dude, after such a devastating early game. Oh man, the build is good though, right? Like this is basically the one that I run against factions like Norska. I think the wagon play is like 80% of the way there. It's just the greater positioning. Like your micro, I'm not seeing any huge problems or anything. You're all good. You're using your abilities. right? You're using your cavalry to block. But the moment your mind shifts into like going off the rails, you got to tell yourself, no. Gotta look that thought in the face and say, no, I am sticking to the core essentials. Keep my army consolidated and just play for value. Honestly, I think if you play purely for value and sit on one point until it is abundantly obvious that you need to go for the second point, you'll probably win most of your games. Because the Sunmaker forces fights anyways. Your opponent's gonna attack you. Most people don't have the presence of mind to play on the defensive and to just dodge this thing the whole game. These attorneys do encourage leaving early. That is true. Though I will say this game was definitely winnable. But yeah. Oh man. Those are two hella degenerate builds. I will bring up that you do play vampire accounts. That's like one of the most hated factions in the game, man. I don't think you play truly degenerate builds. But you gotta know your audience, man. This is pretty rough though. This is like maximum kite. It's still very strong though. But yeah, honestly, if you just play to your essentials, play for one capture point, and just you know, just play for value, I think you honestly got it. The micro is mostly there. Similar with the Skaven game. You know, there's a lot of play where you're trying to capture points. The points get captured when you make value plays. At least with the builds that you're playing. So stick with that. I think you'll be good. And that's gonna be it. You play them like a Chad. Hey, you know, if you're winning, well, honestly, that's the thing. If you're gonna play the filthy builds, you gotta win. Otherwise, it gives them a bad rap, right? But all right, was nice. You kind of missed the downtime between games. Yeah, that's what the weekend tournaments are for, though. Those ones are slower, but they have downtime. This one is very rapid fire, but you know, it keeps it down to like 2 hours. You get lots of games. Eventually, I might mix it up. For now, probably not. So there we go. Tomorrow, there will still be an evening tournament, but I am actually quite busy. I am quite busy, so I might actually not stream. We'll see. We'll see for the evening. I will still go ahead with the tournament. But yeah, many a thing to do, unfortunately. So if I end up not streaming, I wish you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Also, yeah, it's true. Less downtime for the stream is definitely the biggest plus. This tournament was literally designed so that I could stream easier. But at least first and foremost, there's a lot of other benefits. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great time. Is anyone to raid? I don't see nobody, so I'm gonna tap out. Peace and bye-bye.